Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK, here in the basement at Rival Gym with Mr. Masood Abdulah. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Listen, good to see your face. It's do you know what I was thinking the other day, Mas? For someone who's supposed to be my mate, we hadn't done an interview for the longest time.
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
To be fair. Well, firstly, looking well, making good weight. We've just taken a sample of you stripped off.
No, I feel good. This weight was very easy to make. And yeah, just because I've gone up a weight division for this fight, there's no point in making featherweight if it's not a title fight. And yeah, that's it.
You've just mentioned that you're obviously not going to be fighting at featherweight at this fight. It's going to be 60 kilos. You're looking in incredible shape. But talk to me first about, because some people think, well, why would you not fight the weight that you normally fight, if that makes sense?
Well, one, it's not a title fight, so I don't really have to make that weight. Two, I can make that weight, but what's the point? It's just a tune-up fight. I'm coming in. If it was a title fight, I would have made that weight. I wasn't too far off from title fight weight because I woke up at literally super featherweight. That's only less than 2 kilograms off the next weight division. So yeah, just decided to just come in a little bit heavier, have a good little scrap, and then hopefully get a big title fight September, October, November, and then that's it.
So also, isn't it the case that you kind of give your body a bit of a rest from trying to sort of stay down in
that's the thing. I spoke to my nutritionist. I go, I can fight at the title fight weight. I can fight a little bit heavier. She goes, opt out for the heavier weight division. She goes, it's better for your body. When you do have to make featherweight again, she goes, your body has taken less strain. So yeah, even though I make featherweight pretty easy and I have breakfast in the morning of every single fight, just a little bit less tense, and plus gives me a little bit more time to eat wherever I want, to a certain degree.
Yeah, to be fair. So yeah, it's just I just wanted to kind of point that out because sometimes, especially in a weight categorized sport, if we get kind of stuck in always making weight, then it becomes a struggle the next time. Not for you, because I know I'm like, how does this man eating 2 breakfasts?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you look at me at every single weigh-ins I go, I got a smile on my face because I know I've already started the rehydration process. I've already started everything before people step on the scales. I see some people that struggle, like they can barely stand before jumping on the scales, and I never want to be that person. I can technically go down to super bantam, but what's the point? I'm getting older. I want to be healthy. I want to make sure there's some longevity in my life after boxing, so I'd rather stay at a healthier weight and maintain that.
Yeah, 100%. So out tomorrow night at the York Hall. Love a bit of York Hall cards against Alexander Morales.
Yeah.
So do we know much about him?
He's a tough contender. He's had 10 fights this year alone. He's 19 years old, turned pro when he was 16. And I've been watching a couple of his fights. He is a tricky operator. You can control him with the jab, but it looks like everyone that has stepped in with him hasn't been able to even put a dent on him. And he just comes forward, kind of takes the piss out of you, throws some shots. And his main objective is to stay safe because he's fighting next week, the week after that. I mean, you've had 10 fights in 6 months. You are active. And he gives it a good go as well. So should be a good fight.
So he basically comes to win, but also, to be fair, that young blood is going to put a little bit of pressure on you.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like, he's a tough operator. Like, if you watch his fight with, I forget what his name was, Mendez, one of his opponents, he stuck it on him. My young brother came up to me yesterday. He goes, "Did you watch that fight?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you think the other guy won?" I go, "Yeah, I think the other guy won." He goes, "I don't know, man." He goes, "It looks like this guy was just laughing, taking the piss out of him. And in the last round, he stuck it on him." My young brother went to me, he goes, "If it was anything more than 4 rounds, 8 rounds," he goes, "I don't think he would have stood there for as long."
Do you know what, though? It's nice also to get someone that's actually coming to win rather than just like picking up the pay packet at the end of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, let's see, let's find out. I think he will try and give it a go earlier on. we don't know how he's going to act or behave if we both get into big exchanges, because I'm sure he wants to get paid next week. So he probably doesn't want to get cut or stopped or anything like that. Not saying that I have the capabilities to stop him, but could happen. And yeah, he's never been stopped. Never. So that should be interesting.
A good test.
Yeah.
So you have had 11 fights now. Is it 11 or 12?
12
so
fights.
12 fights, but out of those 12, you have actually done 7 by KO. So
This is 7, yeah.
Yeah,
One of them should have been a KO as well, but the ref kicked the towel out. And as
he's
well,
always moaning. He's always moaning.
it should be one extra, but
Oh, greedy. Okay, so technically 8, but my point was going to be you could very well finish this fight with a KO. I want to talk about your last fight in February against Zak Miller. I mean, it'd be a bit weird if we don't talk about that. So, unfortunately, it didn't go your way. What have you kind of learned looking back at that fight?
Well, that was a hard camp. It was a hard camp going in because I trained my ass off. My fitness level was top notch. I had some complications, some injuries that came in, but I overcame them. The camp went smooth. And regardless of whatever happened, it was still a decent bout. He won with a split decision win. I think one of the judges gave it a draw. Other judge gave it 1 round by to him, 2 rounds by for him. I watched the fight back a bunch of times. I thought I just nicked it. I gave it 7-5 to me, but it's one of those type of fights where it's very subjective. It depends what you're looking at. I like pressure fighting, so I'm always going to, give the pressure fighters the advantage. Some people like fighters who box on the back foot, who can chip shots away and get away. And again, it's just one of those fights where very close, very tidy fight on his end, and I was just trying to punch him at any opportunity I got. So when he was holding me in a clinch, I was hitting him. But it's a very good learning fight.
Yeah, I mean, for some people that don't know also, it could be that by the end of the fight it's a draw and they kind of have to pick somebody on, like style.
Yeah,
or...
I mean, Carl Frampton had me up by 1 round in the score box.
Yeah.
Frank Warren and George had me up by 2 rounds. I thought I was 2 rounds ahead. But again, it's just one of those fights where it's too close to call it a robbery. If it went my way, I would have been like, fair play. If it went his way, I'm going to be sour about it. But guess what? He won the fight. I'm sure if it went the other way around, like it happened to him and Nathaniel Collins, he was like, I don't know. And then that was it. You can't be sour because it was just that close.
Yeah. That was for the British, it was the vacant British, wasn't it? And the Commonwealth featherweight title.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, some people were saying it was a robbery, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it was a robbery. I thought it was a very, very close fight. Steve has mentioned sometimes that, and what I do like about your coach is that he is very realistic and he's very honest.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes in this game, people aren't honest because they want to get paid. And I think that he's one of these guys that will tell you whether you, do you know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. And he was talking about you staying composed and you staying relaxed. Do you think in that fight you were composed and relaxed?
I don't think I was. I think I let all the clinching get to my head, especially because I was looking at the ref. And like most of the times when I've lost my composure, it's not because of the other boxer. The other boxer has to do what he has to do in order to survive or fight or do whatever he can to give himself the advantage. I get more frustrated at the ref. So it was the ref when Zak Miller was pushing my head down, the ref was telling me off for having my head down. So now I'm arguing with the ref. And the ref's like, of course, having a go at me and this and that. And then I remember once I screamed at the ref going, how many final warnings are you going to give him?
I screamed at the ref. Yeah, because that's going to work in your favour, man.
I screamed. I go. How many final warnings? How many more do you want to do? Like, and then I put up 1 or 2 videos of him pulling my head down, and the ref's going, "Keep your head up." It's like that's why I got frustrated at, and that's the part where I need to keep it controlled, Because in my opinion, the way I view it is like fighters will do what they do. Like I hit the guy to the back of the head. Again, Zak can't complain.
Allegedly.
No, I hit him. I think because he kept on turning around. So I was like, all right, cool. You want to do that? Don't give me the back of your head.
You'll get some licks on the back of your head.
And that's your fault. Don't turn your back to me.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's your fault. Don't turn your back to me.
Yeah.
Just like it's my fault for getting caught up in getting tied up as much.
Yeah.
If I'm good enough, I should do something about it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But that's my point. If you're good enough, don't turn your back to me. Same concept. Zak will do whatever he can. I'll do whatever I can. And I think I got frustrated once and I just hit him. And the ref looked at me, told me off. I was like, go on, take a point. I'll hit him again. I hit him one more time and I knew the ref wouldn't dare take a point off me because of the amount of holding he did. So I was like, this is just, he's a brick of a ref, but it is what it is. And the decision was made.
Do you know the amount of bleeps or I'm going to have to take out all the costs in?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll do that in post.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'm glad. I remember there was someone at Islington. I won't mention who it is, but you know them, and they used to complain all the time about how someone's holding and like they're spoiling. They're spoiling, and I was like, then just learn how to.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean?
But that's the thing.
That's their job.
I can't complain too much. It is what it is. I mean, I lost. You can't say, oh, he held his way to the title, but guess what? He held the title.
He did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did what he had to do. He's holding the title. If I'm good enough, advance. Have a plan B, have a plan C. Do something different. And that's what we've been working on. So I'm excited to come back a little bit stronger, a little bit better, and more developed and polished.
I like some of the. Obviously, you're a pressure fighter. I always like to see you on the front foot, putting pressure on people. When you stay relaxed, composed, as Steve says, and you're in your flow, like no one can really touch you. Do you believe, though, Mas, that that's something that, like you say, you've worked on and you think you can overcome? Because if I recall, sorry to cut across you, but if I recall, Steve was saying that if you want to get to the top level. If you want to get to the top level, you cannot allow a referee to, get in your head, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's everything I agree with. I 100% agree with it. I've been trying my best to keep a level head in sparring and everything like that. And, I've been working a lot with moving boxers who just get out of the way, I've been learning how to shut the distance down without having to overreach. Again, it's training. I have made a ton of mistakes, a hell of a lot of mistakes, but it's a work in progress. So that's what I'm happy about, and I'm sure this fight will help excel me beyond that. And I do believe, not to sound bitter or anything, if me and Zak Miller was to have a rematch, I am confident he won't hear the final bell, just because of the way I've been training, the way I've progressed, and the way I will try and nullify his work. Who knows? He might come up with a different game plan. He might be a little bit more trickier, but in terms of a stoppage, is definitely in my favor. Like, I can definitely hurt him. I can definitely stick the gas tank on him, and do that. And I'm very confident if we do come to paths again, we won't need the judges.
Do you think that fight can be made again?
I don't know. So I was told to have a tune-up fight because I wanted to go back in straight for a title fight. I was told to have a tune-up fight and we will get our hands on Zak Miller by the end of the year. However, that hasn't come to pass yet.
Yeah.
So it hasn't come to pass yet. Zak Miller's fighting, I think, is Ryan Edwards, for the British and Commonwealth. I just have to patiently wait. If I can't get that title, I'll go elsewhere. There are different routes. Someone threw in Liam Davis' name in the mix. Liam Davis is a very good operator.
Yes.
I do think he is a level above Zak Miller, but I think it makes it a more interesting fight because he likes to stand off with opponents and he likes to have a good little trade. I like that type of fight as well because that's the type of fight that gets me excited, gets me interested. And regardless, I want to be back in the mix. I want to be there with the highest level of British boxers. I want to show that I'm the most dominant one. and then go on to European and worlds after that.
There was talk at some point about Hopey Price. Is that something that can be realistically made, or is it a case now that because you don't have any belts, then it can't be made?
I don't have any belts. I don't know if he's got any belts that is still allowed. Because
he was injured, wasn't he?
He was injured. He's been injured for a little while. I think he is a step above Zak Miller too. I think Hopey is a wicked boxer. If that's the fight to make, that's the fight to make. However, he has been inactive for a little while. I'm sure he probably wants to get his hands back in, have 1 or 2 tune-up fights, and then go back in, because he had a hand surgery that we don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
And I don't really follow the guy on social media, but I am a fan of his. If that's a fight to make, that's a fight to make. I'm just interested and excited to get back in the mix and show people that I deserve to be at the top level, especially in this country.
Obviously I've known you a long time, I've trained you as well, and so some people tuning in might think I'm just saying this for the sake of saying it because I know you. I can be brutally honest, to be fair. You do have the goods to go to that top level. I think with the last fight, just all the pieces didn't come together. There was certain things going on. Listen, at the end of the day, he boxed.
He did what
he needed to do, and no disrespect to Zak. I think he does basics really, really well. And unfortunately, we can kind of get caught up and frustrated. But I think also, because I am a positive person, that you could have learned a lot from that fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. It's just one of those things where I honestly think I just woke up and it wasn't my night.
Yeah.
I think if we was to come to paths again, I definitely think I'll beat him 90% of the time.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't my night. That's just what one of those things was. Like, I've had sparring with people where I've torn them to bits, and then I've had decent sleep, this, that, and I sparred the same people again, and I just couldn't get things going.
Like dog.
Yeah.
Do.
But I think that's it.
It's true.
I think it was just one of those nights. I don't think Zak is that amazing, but guess what? He done it on the night. And that's all that matters.
100%. 100%.
Because as you said, I think he does the basics really well. Guess what he did on the night?
Basics really well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he kept you at distance. He kept you at,
me at distance, kept moving.
Because why would you stand with a puncher?
Yeah.
I mean, they got the tactics right. They got the tactics right.
I just did terrible. I didn't cut the ring off, which I've done.
Actually, you did. I'm going to be honest, you did.
A few times. But then he came in and grabbed, like, he kept distance, and then shut it down. But again, I know, but it's just one of those.
No.
It's just one of those things, because I have been sparring people that do that, and I've kept them away, and I've done certain things. But guess what? That night I just didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like I say, I'm always brutally honest, and he did what he did. And I like the fact, what is that saying that they always use? The commentators always use 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. When somebody's hitting and clinching and holding, and then someone else is clinching, holding it, and on the back of the head, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And the way I view it is, this isn't amateur boxing. This is professional.
Yeah. This is no game.
If you're holding me and I'm hitting you, guess who's winning the exchange?
Yeah,
it's me. He held a lot. I hit him. That's how I scored it.
Yeah.
However, other people might think of it as different. They're like, oh, he got caught on the way in, and then he got held up. But it just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I like the positive attitude. So what I will say though, have you kind of experienced anything? Because you know what it's like when you take a loss. What has that experience been like for you?
I mean, I've taken losses before. I've taken losses in the amateurs. I've taken losses in life. I've made some big mistakes. It's just one of those things where, so what? It happens. Yeah. And just get back on it. And what, are you going to quit? Is this going to determine who you are? If it is, you might as well quit. Yeah. And it's just, I'm just eager to get back in. And I've had thoughts about whether or not I want to box, but not after that fight. I've had thoughts about that before that fight, of other stuff and so on and so. But I've made up my mind a little while ago that boxing is the thing I want to do, and up until it isn't, then I'll walk away. But for now, it's nowhere near the path.
Yeah, the story's not done. It's 100% one of those things that I think you find out who you truly are after a loss.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had my close friends come up to me and they went, "Oh, you're taking this loss really well. We thought you'd be depressed." I went, "No, it was a decent bout. I learnt a lot. Still got paid, and
most importantly,
yeah, still got paid. My next paycheck won't be as big, but guess what? I get a second shot at it. Look at Echo Esserman. Like he's ranked what top 10, top 20 in the world. They're looking at him fighting for a world title, and
it's taken him years.
But again, it's just one of them things. It is what it is. Do you really want that to hold you back? If that's the case, quit. This sport ain't for you. But if you've got something to prove, show it.
You were on the undercard of Chisora Wallin, big stadium. Is it hard to take that step back? No disrespect to the York Hall, because I love a York Hall card. But is it difficult to step back? Or is it a case of the venue doesn't matter, the goal is still the same?
The goal's still the same. I'm not too much of a big fan of big venues. I like York Hall. It's my favourite venue.
So do I, to be fair.
It's my favourite venue. Like, I'm just excited that I can fight again. Like, that's the main thing. And my health is amazing. It's really good. My mood and my admiration is even higher than before. So I'm just excited. That's what I'm really happy about. I'm happy that I enjoy my job. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I get to hit people for a living. It's like that.
The ring walk, are we going to have the Chisora face mask .2?
No.
Or are we going to have the Afghan flag?
I don't think there's any flags. I'm just going to wear one of my old shorts, which I wore for my previous fights.
No, I mean on the face, because you came in with, I was like, is that Chisora? Oh
Yeah.
no, that's
No,
Masood.
Chisora, like the miniature version.
Yeah, and I like a skin version.
Yeah. No, that mask thing, one of my coaches, Dan, just pulled out. He goes, "You want to wear this?" I go, "Nah, I'm cool." He goes, "No, it'd be good. It could be Chisora's last fight. And you know what? This is actually his, like, it belongs to him as well." I was like, "Yeah, sure, throw it on."
Did you wash it though?
No, just no, I'm sure he washed it.
Oh.
Yeah, like, you don't want to keep like a sweaty. It didn't smell, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just put it on and walked out. Yeah.
Next week, Catterall versus Harlem Eubank. I just wanted to get your view on that.
I think they're both very good operators. I think Catterall has been there with the best. I don't think Harlem has had that level of experience. I think Harlem has had a lot of fights. He has proven himself levels, but not to that level. So that's what I'm interested to see. I think Catterall, I'm leaning towards Catterall because of the experience and because of the level of opposition he's been at. I don't think Harlem has been to that level, but he could surprise us all and show us he is well more adverse than what we thought. So I'm excited and I'm interested to see who comes out.
Yeah, me too. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go because it is weigh-in day today. I'm wishing you all the best for, I was going to say Saturday night, it's actually Friday night, York Hall. It's good to see you out again. It's good to see you have that positive energy, and let's get back to winning ways.
That's it. Can't wait. Thank you for having me.
Take care.